So great to see you all out there. I'm going to say, let's rise for this one. Take a look around, the people to your left and to your right. Thank you all for being here, and please do sing along with me on this one. It's called Join Together. We sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Sing love now, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Little louder now, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Sing joy now, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Sing peace now, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. Little louder now, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Last time, love, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. And the last time, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Everybody sing join together. Oh, join together. Everybody sing join together. Oh, join together, together in love. 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 Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone that's here in the physical church, and all of you that are looking at us online. We love having you tuning in, because what you are doing is you're sharing the inspiration that comes through our ministry of unity. It's very important for us to remember over and over again that the only total religion is live and let live. Like the song we're saying, we were all born together, together in love. We're all created by the same Creator. And so when we recognize that, we step past the illusions of the world and get back into caring for one another and taking care of one another, because that's what's going to finally heal our planet. We start to do that, we won't have to worry about anything. Just start taking care of our fellow man, our fellow people, and taking care of our planet. So look, if you're tuning in today, we'd appreciate you just texting a friend, say, hey, I'm tuning into Unity of Boulder, and they always have a really inspirational talk, and so it's always something neat you can take away from that talk that will help you in your life. That's really going to happen this morning, so go ahead, let a friend know, text them, or go online, send a little email, and you will feel so good about drawing in some other people in this unity. That's what we are, a community of caring, loving, healing people. You're going to enjoy this talk today.
Good morning, everyone. So we just have one announcement for you coming up. I have a women's book group that's starting in person. There's only 10 spots, and there's 3 spots left. So if you're interested in joining us, we will be sitting 6 feet apart with masks on. The book we're going to be studying is Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead by Tosha Silver. It's an amazing book, and it's going to inspire amazing conversations. So if you want to join us, you can register in the bookstore after the service. It's $25 registration and $10 per week. Or you can sign up online at unityofboulder.com and just look on the calendar for this event, which is on the 27th again of October for 5 weeks straight. And I'd love to have you there. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Please welcome Rebecca Abraxas. Today, Rebecca has been putting her heart into music for the past 25 years. She enjoys making music that uplifts and inspires consciousness. She has 3 CDs and is working on 2 recording projects with folk songs and meditation songs. Rebecca is available for vocal reflection training and mentorship. Please welcome to our Unity of Boulder stage, Rebecca Abraxas.
Guess I need to take that off. Thank you.
Stuck in its quicksand, arm in arm sinking deeper if we don't see a bigger plan. Be you and now, be the glory of life standing tall, be the change, be the power of a new dawn. This is where we start, where we start. Like a phoenix from the ashes, we can rise above the masses, straying from the rat race trail, so our hearts can really say, ooh,
beautiful way to start. What a voice. Just so beautiful. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So for many of you, you're friends with me on Facebook, and you saw that our family was evacuated from our house near Lyons yesterday. And that's been the experience. This is my house, and that's what it looked like when it first started. And I was coming back from Longmont. I had dropped off Tyler, my 14-year-old son, in Longmont, and I was driving back around 12:45. And everybody says it started about 12:30, and it was all the way up in Jamestown. I'm like near Lyons. But I hadn't heard about the fire, but I'm driving back and I'm looking, because I've been seeing the fire in Estes Park, and I drive from Longmont to Lyons all the time, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that is sitting right over my house. I mean, it was like, so I called Mike, am I off with my directions here? He goes outside, he goes, oh my gosh, this is insane, you know. By the time I get back to my house, all of my neighbors are outside collecting and packing up things, and this is like within, minutes of what it's starting to become. It eventually just becomes it just looks like a ceiling of fire coming, and you could even hear it. It's almost a roaring sound that I don't ever want to hear again in my life. And I thought about the few times my mom and dad and we've evacuated our house up in Sugarloaf a couple times, but it had a different impact when you're a kid. It's just you're watching them kind of put the same file cabinets in the cars and some clothes, but it was like really more documents and photographs. Like that's all that came across my mind of the things. So I'm going to the basement, all the baby pictures, all the stuff, and I'm reliving my kids' childhoods and all the many lifetimes I feel like I've lived that I'm carrying to that car, and I'm trying to figure out what is the most important stuff, And I called my mom, and I'm just making sure that I'm getting everything that I need to get. And she didn't say this, but then today she said, I forgot to tell you to get your favorite dresses and shoes. So, I mean, there are some things like you've got to get the essentials, but it is hard to replace an entire wardrobe of clothes that you've collected for 20 years. And I was ahead of her. I had gotten my favorite shoes and my favorite dresses. And when I went to the car with my first load, I noticed what came to Mike's mind as the most important thing, and it was just filled with about 20 snowboards and 4 skateboards. So everybody's not considering the entire collective in that first part of the shock. It's like all the things that identify me as fun and playful. You really do think, I was, doing my dance shoes, do I have the stuff that are my fun outlet stuff, So it's just interesting what it brings up when you've got about an hour to plan on a life's worth of stuff. And in the end, I just kept counting how many kids and where my dogs were. Where are my kids? Where are my dogs? So that when we get in this car, we can get out of here safely. And ultimately, it comes down to, I have everything. I know where my kids are, I know where my husband is, and I know where my dogs are. And that is an amazing feeling, to have a sense of such peace around your material things. Your material things really don't matter, but you know that you got to have documentations and, passports and things of these. But really, when it comes down to it, we've all been through really hard things where we've lost people and stuff. You really know that this is not important compared to having your loved ones and everyone safe. So I just wanted to just start with going into an opening prayer and a meditation, and just kind of send some love out to all the people that were affected by this yesterday, and all the people that have been being affected in Estes Park and above Fort Collins, to take notice that they weren't so lucky, and there's people that have lost their homes, their ranches, and I've had compassion towards that, but it became very clear when I was watching my neighbors rushing to get their livestock picked up to get out of there in time, and to think about how many ranches with horses and animals, did everybody get their animals out in time. And when we were leaving our house, this visuals bothered me more than anything. There was about 6 elk sitting on the wrong side of the road, looking very disturbed and not knowing where the rest of everybody was. And I literally got hit in the chest knowing they didn't know what to do. Like I was part of them feeling that sense that they didn't know what to do. And to recognize these little 4-footed creatures that bring so much beauty to our lives. And all these fires are displacing. It really comes down to the gratitude for our Mother Earth that gives us life and air. And something is out of balance now for our planet. And as conscious co-creators, we shouldn't be accepting seeing these fires growing and hearing that they're the biggest we've ever seen or ever heard of. It's time to stand up for the mother that gives us life, that gives everyone life, that the breath that we meditate from comes from her. And this is an outpicturing of a lack of a collective inner focus for change. And so we send our loving gratitude out to those who've lost all of their physical things, and especially people that have lost their animals or even family members in the fires in California and Oregon. And we just are so grateful for this miracle of rain this morning. Every newscaster said there's no hope for rain for the next 2 weeks, and we all woke up the visual of rain. God is so good. And everybody that I interacted with just kept saying, I'm praying for rain, I'm praying for rain. We're all praying for rain. And look at what we did as a collective. Getting that rain to get this fire out. So I'm so grateful, God. We are so grateful. And we send our prayers out to those who are not as lucky, that they're surrounded by those who will support them, house them, feed them, be there for them. And we thank you, God, for everything. We have no complaints whatsoever. And we're open and receptive to be the conduit of that which you are calling us to be for this planet. And so it is. Amen. I wrote this sermon this last week, and I went over it so much yesterday, and it wasn't as in preparation for speaking today, because I figured I probably wasn't actually going to be speaking, just because it was really not looking good for our neighborhood. But a miracle happened around 3 this morning where the wind shifted, and it stopped the fires right at the edge of our neighborhood, and it pushed it another direction. But I wanted to speak to the I am. They say that the greatest word for God is I am. And the I am is the approach to God moving through us and recognizing our power as not just a conduit, but as a magical entity that can call in miracles into absolutely everything in our life if we will only let it. So the title of the talk is, Are You Willing to Command Your I Am Presence? In the I Am discourses, Saint Germain says it this way: Therefore, when you say, I am the conquering presence. I command this. I am presence to govern perfectly my mind, home affairs, and world. You've sent for the greatest decree possible to be given. Notice the word command. This is a sharp distinction to the teachings that counsel us to treat God gingerly. When you look up the topic of I am in Charles Fillmore's book, Prosperity, he also writes, under a divine law of demand, so now we have command and demand and supply that is never influenced by the fluctuations of the market or the opinions of people. Every time you send out a thought of wholehearted faith in the I am part of yourself, you set in motion a chain of causes that must bring the results you seek. But the thing that we're not changing in the command or the demand is God. So that's why he says, we're not telling you to be rude and pushing around God, because we know in unity we're never changing God, because God is unchangeable. Spirit is unchangeable. Source is unchangeable. It's a constant. The command and the demand is on ourselves to open ourselves up to the miracles and the manifestations of that which we're feeling called to draw to ourselves, and we're demanding ourselves to stop into the trajectory of talking about the things that are no longer serving us, and stopping and commanding or demanding the divine mind to take the power. We're never changing circumstances outside of ourselves, especially Christ or God or Source. Command and demand is a sense of, it's a shocking, it's a sincerity, it's a strength. You know when you're it's like you want a different result, but you keep talking about the result that you're getting that you don't like and you want a different one, and yet you're only affirming the I am sick, or I am lonely, or I am alone, or I am, speaking to the very things that you don't want, instead of I am. You fill in the powerful word. I am whole. I am health. I am free. I am happy. So there's a tendency when we speak about powerful things like I am going to go back to school, right? We might say that and we're in our 40s and people go, you might want to have a backup plan to that. Have you ever noticed that, where people will denounce you claiming your divinity of doing something you know now you're ready to do, but they'll do something to undermine your I am. And it's not based on the power that you have in you. It's based on the insecurity and lack of power they believe they have within them. So my mom always used to say, she's always been kind of a natural healer, always helping people with every type of ailment. She's got more natural remedies than you could possibly use. And she'd say to me so often, the people that die of cancer are the people that have a partner that doesn't believe in their healing. They're in more fear of the disease than they are themselves. And so in her opinion, she felt unless you are with somebody that completely believes in the power of your healing, then you probably should go isolate yourself and get in tune with the I am. The power that you know is true. The power that we're born to know that is true within us. She'd say, go off to Hawaii, go lay in that sun, do the natural remedies, and watch it all leave your body. Because people get used to your sickness and they will reaffirm your sickness in you. And it's hard to stay powerful in the I am. It's easy to get into fear. Fear is the easiest thing to do. And when you're standing in your power going, I'm going to conquer. I am conquering. I've conquered this limited thing that I'm dealing with. It's no longer my limitation. This is my teacher, and I'm going to show you how powerful my God is through me. And yet, we know this truth, and I know so many powerful people that I know this truth, and yet they only share what's wrong with them with me. And it frustrates me. I'm passionate about this topic because there's so many people that I know they know this power, and yet they want to share with me the lack of power and the lack of power that God holds for our lives. The only reason God has no power in our life is because we will not let it. Because we don't really believe it, and we've not actually built our faith. We've not actually been meditating and growing our strength in that. That's why people will talk you out of your I am. So yesterday, when I'm packing up my car, I'm thinking through, oh wait, I'm not going to picture my house burning down. That's just simply not an option. I will pack all my kids' stuff up so that I know that I did everything possible, but I'm not visualizing this end result. It is simply not happening to me. I've worked too hard. I love this space. This is a miracle that I created in my life. I've worked hard for. I've served God for. And this is my sanctuary where I rejuvenate my life so I may give to others every single day. And so I didn't step into fear. I didn't talk to the fear. Mike and I never decided or discussed anything about the actual house and if it burns and what are we actually going to do? Until about 3 a.m. when we both hadn't slept all night, hence me looking like I'm 250 years old today. Sleeping in our offices, watching the internet. My parents offered for us to go there, but their internet is not working well, and we just wanted to keep an eye on what was going on. And at 3, I was like, I can't stand this anymore. We've got to drive out there. We got to see if they let us get close to see where the fire is. Because all you see is just the plume of smoke. You could not differentiate. All my friends had been evacuated. And we're driving, and we're very quiet. And at one point, I said, what will we do if we go there and our house is gone? And he said, it doesn't matter because I have you. We'll get through this together. And then we both just sat there with tears coming down our face. We have everything we need. But we're not going to speak that it's going to happen, but it was kind of like me checking in, are we good? Can we navigate losing our home? And it was we're going to be good. And then we got close enough where a police officer told us that the wind had just shifted. And we were able to come back here and get an hour's sleep. But not speaking to our fears, speaking to our dreams, speaking to our awakened selves, speaking to that which we have to create, want to create. In the book Wishes Fulfilled, Wayne Dyer says it this way. Move your highest dreams to a rightful, natural place in your imagination. And then do as Ralph Waldo Emerson advised, build, therefore, your own world. As fast as you conform your life to the pure idea in your mind that will unfold its great proportions. It is my long-held strong belief and knowing that you are never given the power to dream without the equivalent power to manifest that dream and make it your physical reality. If you have cell phones, you should take a picture of that part. That is such an important thing right there. It is my long-held strong belief and knowing that you are never given the power to dream without the equivalent power to manifest that dream and make it your physical reality. This is Wayne Dyer. And this is also from Emerson to chew on. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house a world, and beyond its world a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you is the phenomenon perfect. What are we that only can we see? Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house a world, and beyond its world a heaven. Or not. It's just a choice. It's a choice. So If the phenomenon is not perfect, then how are you decorating your house? What are you feeling about your house and your world, which I think is more connecting to our dharma, to our physicality, to our marriages, to our childbearing, whatever. The house is your experience. And what are you speaking to that house? How are you decorating that house? How are you sharing that house? That is then ultimately creating the world that you're experiencing. So what are you speaking to, and what is existing in your house that is taking your good away? Taking your happiness away? Taking your wholeness, your feeling of connection away? Because the only person that creates your reality is you. No matter how much parents, children, spouses want to talk us out of that, our reality that we're creating is impossible or difficult, or people have to make adjustments around you because you're going to go after your dreams. I mean, people just have a hard time with us going after that which we're called to do and be. Because people have a hard time watching other people go after those things. They want to hold on to your ankles and stop you because they know they have to make those same adjustments in consciousness and words and thoughts about their own lives to take that ultimate I am power for themselves. So our mirror for them is very difficult. And that's why when we're on our spiritual path, some old friendships fall away. That's why I hold these women's groups. I wish I could hold men's groups, but I'm a woman, and I just think it'd be weird to be running the men's group as the woman. I need a powerful man to come forward and be like, I want to run the men's group. And you guys have a men's group, but when we're just roles, with the women, we're laughing and playing and having fun. I want sisterhood for women. Women need each other, right? And on the spiritual path, we tend to lose really close friends from high school and college and things like that because we're on our path and we're living in the stance of, I am. And we don't want to be around people that talk us out of the manifestations that we've not only already created in our life, but that we're also still creating in our lives. Saint Germain wrote also, you can positively produce whatever you want in your body if you will fix your attention upon the perfection of it. But do not let your attention rest on its imperfections. This goes to absolutely every area of life. It doesn't just have to be healing. It can be about financial. It could be abundance. It can be, I'm going to make $100,000 this year. Try holding yourself in a state where you actually believe that, or $200,000, or whatever it is that you need to meet your demand of the things that you have, and you don't have stress anymore. Because for me, I don't think abundance is about being rich. But to be able to pay your bills without the stress and the worry that there's not enough. That's abundance. That's not greedy. Right? To think upon your bank account and don't have this feeling. To think of your bank account and feel a sense of ease. And I don't think abundance is just about money. I think abundance is loving presence. Loving relationships. Love for self and other. Compassion for all life and planet. Co-creation, totally and completely immersed in everything we do, see, act, say. Abundance is just a word for majesty. Living in the I am as a natural manifester of that which your heart already knows is yours. And surrounding yourself with the people around you that also know that that is yours, because they also know that is theirs too. And that always comes down to self-love and self-appreciation. If your goal is healing, then there's a really great thing. So before I speak on a Sunday, I stand behind the stage and I stand like this. And I say in my mind's eye, Spirit, I've written a sermon, but now it's your sermon to give. I get out of your way and let you speak through me. I've done my part. I've done my preparation. But this is a sense, just the standing right here is a sense, this actually creates a powerful connection to Father Sky and Mother Earth. So to claim your everything. So try putting your hands up in the air like this. And if you're facing healing, you're looking for healing, you say, I am healed. I am healed. I am whole. I am whole. I am happy. I am happy. And then this time, just fill it in with your own thing and say it as loud as you can. I am. Love it. Okay. So that's a great exercise when you're feeling a little down and you're not feeling so empowered. When I'm in that state, even in my desk, I put my hands up. Start claiming all the goodness, all the power, all the beauty for my life. So your goal is healing. So I am healed. But then, and this is where the practice really comes in is, then you feel every ache and pain or burn you've been feeling from this illness that you've been dealing with. And the body is trying to get your attention to remind you of the diagnosis you've been given, right? And then we go down, spiraling down the toilet bowl. Because even though we're saying, I am healed, you still don't believe in the power that lives within you. The body's going to try to get your attention because we've heard from Eckhart Tolle, we've got the pain body. It's in our cell memory. It takes a long time to get those messages out of our system, our body, so you'll get the ping, you'll get the ache, you'll get the cramps, you'll get the thing. And when you get that, you're still affirming, I am healed, and when you feel that sense of fear, oh my God, maybe this syndrome's coming back to that, because the brain wants to do that, we got to distract the brain. Not needed, not wanted, and not necessary, because I am healed. Looking at your bank account, and there's not enough money in that bank account, and you start to get the fear of, I don't know how I'm going to pay my mortgage, I don't know how I'm going to pay for the kids' gymnastics classes, I don't know how I'm going to, and we do all this. Oh, I'm going to make $100,000 this year. I am making $100,000 this year. This is going to be like not even an issue anymore, because I am rich. Or I have enough money. I have, claiming and not going down the toilet bowl of consciousness where we can lose days and weeks of energy because we're so hyper-focused on what is not working in our lives instead of working on the transformation of consciousness to bring apart that which you should be manifesting, and you know you can, but you haven't gotten control of your mind, your words, your feelings, and your out picture. So a great one to start your day with. I'm grateful to be alive. Let's do that one together. I'm grateful to be alive. That kind of covers the whole picture, right? Gratitude is huge when it comes to the I am. Gratitude. Even if things have been tough, you might be going through a breakup, your heart might be broken right now, you may be in bankruptcy, you could be, your job just ended and you don't know what the next thing is. But you know what the universe signs up to is gratitude. I don't know where my job's going to be next week, but I don't have to worry about it because you've got it figured out, Spirit. Thank you. So, I am grateful to be alive, to stand in that truth. Charles Fillmore, in his prosperity book, who is the founder of Unity, says this: when you first begin to think of God as everywhere present substance, your mind will not adhere continuously to the idea. You will drop your attention after a while and think, I haven't enough to meet all our bills. There you have made a break and have lost momentum in your ongoing, and you must patch it up quickly. Affirm, I am not going to be led astray. The old ideas are error, and they are nothing. They have no power over me. I'm going to stick to this proposition. God is love, the substance of my supply. So he's speaking to that with different language, but the same idea. When you see that there's not enough, there's not enough bills, there's not enough money to pay for your bills, there you've made a break and have lost momentum in your ongoing abundance. So it's literally kind of almost dangerous to go down that loophole where we speak to the unhealed aspects of our lives. Have you ever noticed that it's hard to tell people how great things are going? That we are actually more comfortable with sharing the things that are not going well with others than sharing the things that are going well? Do you know that people feel more comfortable if we actually complain when we first meet somebody instead of telling them how great life is? Have you noticed that we actually lower our nature to make other people feel comfortable? We got to switch that default. That default has to be switched just for the greater planet's healing. Speaking to the greatness of our life and to the healing of our life makes us also be conduits for this greatness and healing for something greater than ourselves. It will make us be more aware of that which we are giving to this world, because when this cup is full, it's spilling over and blessing everything. But when we're living in pinchy little me and I just want to complain about everything and I don't feel good and I don't have anything and I'm feeling really like this and I'm just, right? Who has people in your life that does that to you when you talk to them? So almost everybody raised their hand. How many of you would be willing to say that you're that person? Oh my God, you guys are brave. I was just teasing. Good for you. I like honesty. So about 10 people put their hand up for that. That's okay, because it can change right now. That's what's beautiful. That's why we come to a spiritual center, is to remember. We all can get lazy in our consciousness. But when we have spiritual, powerful friends, we mirror each other so that we can grow each other. We don't allow that kind of lazy behavior part of our experience any longer. We say, like if you say, somebody's talking about politics recently, I don't remember where it was. And I think she's here right now, and she said she started saying to people, I'll either try to change the subject, because I just consciously don't want to be around it, or she will say something like, when you feel like sharing something that's going really well in your life, I want to hear all about that, and leave. Right? So, which, makes the person go, whoa, what an ego this person has, right? That's why we lead with being lame. Because people go, well, that person really is sitting on a high horse. They think really high of themselves. They want positivity around them. How dare they? And we laugh because we know it's true. It takes strength to live in our power. Charles Fillmore also wrote, insulate your mind from the destructive thoughts of all those who labor under the belief in hard times. If your associates talk about the financial stringency, affirm all the more persistently your dependence on the abundance of God. You can do anything with the thoughts of your mind. They are yours and under your control. You can direct them, coerce them, hush them, or crush them. Right? We don't have to sign up with the limitations somebody else is talking about. This is really, really important. And you can crush them. You can dissolve one thought and put another in its place. That's the whole idea. Cancel, cancel, cancel on this physical thing I'm feeling, and I am healed. that's all you have to learn, if that's all you take from here, that can change your entire life right there. There is no other place in the universe where you are the absolute master. The dominion given you as your divine right is over your own thoughts only. When you fully apprehend this and begin to exercise your God-given dominion, you begin to find the way to God, the only door to God, the door of mind and thought. And I think I will end it there. I've got a video that I always start my prosperity classes with, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do a prosperity class till after Christmas because we had to cancel choir, and now everything's we duets and quartets and sextets. I think that's a word. I looked it up this week, but I don't think I said it right. 6 people singing together. Thank you, Jared Polis. We're all having to adjust. So now I really have to help my mom with all of the choir stuff. So I will do a prosperity class in January or February, and those are a lot of fun, and I can't wait till we can do that together. But this is a video I always start the class with, and it's always really inspiring, and I think I'm in the mood to share it today.
We come forth not to get you to believe anything. We see great diversity in that which you believe. And in all of that, there is perfect balance. And so we come forth not to alter your beliefs, but to reacquaint you with the eternal laws of the universe. And we are here to express all of that to you in detail. If you knew your potential to feel good, you would ask no one to be different so that you can feel good. You would free yourself of all of that cumbersome impossibility of needing to control the world or control your mate or control your child. You are the only one who creates your reality. For no one else can think for you. No one else can do it. It is only you, every bit of it you. There is only a stream of well-being that flows, you know. It is a stream of pure positive energy. And the universe, all that we know, is abundant with only that. This is a world that is based upon well-being, and well-being dramatically abounds. And when you are allowing that stream to flow in its fullness, you feel very, very good. And when you are pinching it off a bit, you feel not so good. There is only a stream of goodness or well-being which you are allowing or not. And your magnificent emotions are telling you what the mix is, how you're doing in your allowing or your resisting of this connection. You may be feeling that it would be easier to be hearing these words if they had come to you the first day of your experience upon this earth. And if we were talking to you on your first day of physical life experience, we would say to you, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. You are a magnificent creator, and you are here by your powerful and deliberate wanting to be here. Go forth, giving thought to what you are wanting, attracting life experience to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, giving thought only unto that. Most of your time will be spent collecting data that will help you decide what it is you want. But your real work is to decide what you want and then to focus upon it. For it is through focusing upon what you want that you will attract it. That is the process of creating.
I believe that you're great, that there's something magnificent about you. Regardless of what has happened to you in your life, regardless of how young or how old you think you might be, the moment you begin to think properly, there's something that is within you, there's power within you that's greater than the world, it will begin to emerge. It will take over your life. It will feed you. It will clothe you. It will guide you, protect you, direct you, sustain your very existence if you let it.
Yep. Okay. And with that said, we will take an offering for Unity now. Thank you for being here.
And while we're preparing to do that, let's remember how important it is to have this kind of information that we can get involved with. You know, there's huge, huge places throughout the world where there's no such information. It's restricted, it's not permitted, it's not taken in, nobody knows. They go through all kinds of difficulties because we have not yet reached them with the information about their divinity. That's what we do in Unity. We wake people up to the fact that you are greater than you ever thought you were. And as soon as you accept that, you can start to make beautiful things happen in your life that you never thought could happen. So how valuable is that information? That's what you have to think now as you're getting ready to tithe to Unity of Boulder. I can tell you this, last month, I don't know what it is, that maybe too many people are staying home, and when they used to come here in the physical, they would have a bag or a basket put in front of them for an offering. But I guess now that they're home, they figure, well, nobody's there. I don't know, it's just an hour program. I don't know if I can give anything to it. And so we really went down in the hole last month. I don't know if that's the reason, but I think you should really understand, and all you people that are tuning in, we're still in the world sharing the most valuable information that can be gained in the world. Think about what it's worth to you to be in touch with this beautiful, valuable information. And so think about that as you take your offering in your mind and bless it with this offering statement, because this statement is also true. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. I'm going to say it again. So maybe you want to say it with me, or you want to just bring it into your awareness, into your heart. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. And we have two wonderful singers I know backstage. One of them is Nicole. I don't know the other lady's name. Okay. What's your name? Rebecca. Okay.
There's a time when we walk into another's lives and we share the light until we hear Spirit say, guiding you on another way, walk away. Rose-colored glasses have gotten unclear. When I shed my fear, the energy finds me and I start to clearly see. Walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, the energy is shifting, but I'm trying hard to stay. My anchor is lifted and the current is too strong. I'm being pulled along. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. Into the sunshine, into the light, walk away. I feel trouble and I feel confused, but I know I've got to follow the light. Walk away, walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine. We're going into the light. Walk away, walk away, walk away. Feels good to go. The air is lighter. My spirit's brighter. I'm following the next step. The sun shines on my doorstep. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away to the light. Walk away.
Awesome song, love it. All right, well, that completes our service, and we won't have socializing out front because it's chilly, but we will be out there to say goodbye and greet you that way. Jack and I will get out there. And we have prayer partners available to you. If you're facing a challenge in your life right now, just stay seated in your seat. And the prayer partners, do you want to stand up? We'll come and find you. This is Steve Sheets. You would be so blessed to be able to pray with him. So let's all rise, and we'll close with I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I
I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I